what's up? My name is Ashley. You can call me Ashley. This is my channel artistryxashh, and I am here today with a first impressions video. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, but I recently hauled a bunch of stuff, and by recently I mean that was my last video that I uploaded, and I decided to try some of the products. I didn't try all of them, but I did try a lot of them, like the Fenty cream bronzer and blush. I tried a Milani foundation, which I only used once before, so it kind of counts. The new lipstick. I used the Latte palette, and yeah. So if you like this look and you're interested in how all these products apply and my thoughts on them, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. Alright, so hopefully what I said in the intro, because I haven't done that yet, made sense. I am doing it first impressions. Some of this stuff I've used before, some of it I haven't, but most of it is what I hauled in my previous video for my very large, very not necessary Sephora order. First and foremost, it is very hot filming because I can't have my AC on, I can't have my fan on because it, you know, I don't have a mic. I'm not professional. So I'm going to do my eyes first, but I'm going to put on moisturizer now. This is the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer. I did my nails today, feeling very extra. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to work on my eyes first because I'm trying out the Latte 2 palette and I'm not sure how much fallout I'm going to get. Up close and very personal. First of all, this is what the palette looks like. This is the inside. Very, very pretty. I am excited. And usually I do my brows first, but I am going to be using the Urban Decay Ink Brows. I'm going to try the shadows first and then try the brows. I'm going to prime with the Anastasia Eye Primer as usual, and then I will be right back. I'm going to start by going into Cafe con Leche, which, pardon how I speak, I am not very good at foreign languages. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm just putting that in my crease as my transition shade. I may not talk a lot through this just because I am probably not going to do too much of an extravagant look. I mean, I am going to put lashes on, I might put a wing liner on. That is a nice base. So I'll switch over to Blonde Roast right here, which is the nice like yellowy shade in the palette. And ooh, pigmented. I'm going to put that right on, yeah, right on the outer V, and then excess fade into the Cafe con Leche. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I do have a bit of fallout, but that is a-okay. Like I had the worst posture ever. This is a very pretty warm shade. I am very into it. I'm gonna just go back in with a little bit of Cafe con Leche and just make sure that this is all blended up here. This is a brush from Profusion. It came in one of their palettes. I am going to dip into, I think, Cafecito and Coffee Beans. I'm gonna mix these two together, and I'm gonna work this on my outer V. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of the yellow and help buff this out. So far the palette is working just like her other palettes, which is great. The formula is staying the same. They are blending pretty effortlessly, and I am really liking this so far. It's very simple, but I like it. I think what I'm gonna do is do a soft cut crease. And I'm going to take my Anastasia primer again, and I'll use that to cut the crease very slightly. And I'm just gonna, this is a ColourPop flat brush. If you're new to cutting creases, a good thing to do is get your mirror. You want to get a little bit of the product on, put some product on, look up, and then you'll slowly start getting a line where your crease naturally is, and you can just follow that line. And then I like to take the brush just like that and take that along and blend it that way. And then I also do like to take it a little bit further up. That way you can actually see it. Not too high. You see, it's just gonna be a subtle cut crease. For the lid, I'm gonna go into Frappe here. I have nails on, so I'm not sure how well I can do this with a finger. If I remember correctly, these work best with a finger, but I'm just going to pick it up with a brush first. It's coming off much lighter on my lid than it is in the pan, which I'm not mad at. I'm bringing it all the way up, and I'm following the line of where I cut the crease. I'm going to try and go in with a finger. This actually feels a little bit more drier than what I can recall from our other palettes, but it's still pretty. I'm going to dip right next door into iced coffee. I'm just going to use the same finger, get a little bit of that up, and kind of just use this as the in-between frappe and the outer V colors. Not bad at it. Okay, I'm just going to clean up under my eye because I do have a bit of fallout. The sparkly shades, it's very glittery. I have glitter pretty much everywhere, but I'm okay with it. Okay, I zoomed out a bit so I can work on foundation next. I do have a primer, which I didn't include in my haul, but I haven't tried it yet because I picked it up not too long ago. Actually, probably a while ago. This is the ColourPop. I don't know if it's supposed to look like this. You know what? Change my mind. I'm not going to use that. But since I put this on at the beginning, I'm just going to go in with that. That's how I kind of like to do my foundations. I have two here that I pulled out. I used this once and I haven't used this at all. I want to try this one again because I cannot for the life of me remember how I feel about it. So I am going to try this one. But if you want to see a video over the CoverGirl Clean Milk, and I never even saw what this was. This is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. And then this is the CoverGirl Skin Milk, which is a weird name for a foundation, but I'm going to go in with this one. I have the shade 100 True Alabaster, Classic Alabaster. I'm just going to pump a little bit on my back. It does come with a pump, and the formula is pretty thick. I can't even remember any reviews that I've seen over this, but yeah, hopefully this is the lightest shade, so if it doesn't match me, well, that's not cool. And then I'm going in with my e.l.f. sponge. This is my favorite sponge, and it's so cheap and so good. I am not the best at doing foundation reviews, mainly because I haven't been wearing foundation for most of my life. It's only within like the last year or so I've actually gotten decent at putting on foundation. This one just seems to be sitting on my skin. It looks heavy over here even though I'm really blending it out, but it is what it is. I mean, that's the coverage one side to the other. It's okay, I guess. It's a pretty thick foundation, but the coverage I would say is about medium. I did about pump and a half, and I used up all that I pumped out. I don't think I'm going to build this up anymore. It didn't obviously cover up. I have a couple breakouts. It didn't really cover up my freckles, but it did for the most part even out my skin tone, and as for shade, it matches pretty well for it being alabaster and light. For concealer, I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect in 100 Pure Ivory. I think this might be darker than the foundation though. And I've only used this a handful of times, and yeah, it's super yellow. I don't typically go for anything super yellow, and it smells like straight paint, which is, you know, always lovely. I'm just going to use the same sponge and blend it out. It's not a bad color, it's just I prefer more neutral or more pink tones. And here is what I got going on for me right now. It doesn't look terrible. It's not my favorite application for concealer or foundation right now, but that could change as it sets on my skin. I am going to set under my eyes though. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia powder, but I'm only going to set right under my eyes because I have some cream products to try out. So I'm just going to pick up a little powder, and this is a Morphe in 438, which I love for my under eye setting. Just right under. So moving on, I'm going to try the cream bronzer from Fenty. This is in the shade Amber. I'm kind of nervous to try it, not gonna lie, but you know, the packaging is beautiful. That is what the shade looks like, and I'm going to stipple this on with a brush, and then I'm going to probably blend it out. But for now, this is a crown brush I got in BoxyCharm a while ago, and I'm just going to, maybe got too much product, but I'm going to sort of stipple that. That looks super intense. I'm just gonna lightly blend. It looks kind of gray on me, which, okay, going back in with the sponge, which I guess isn't a terrible thing because I have been complaining that everything's been too warm on me. That blended out pretty easily. I'm going to take a little bit along my hairline. Not that I need to do that, but you know, it's just something that I do. I kind of want to add a touch more and blend it out. I quite like that. It's more of a contour, not a bronzer on me, but I think I like that. I like it. So moving on, I am going to try out a cream blush now. So I have the 3 that I got. I really want to go into Strawberry Drip. I'm just calling my name. So this is what the shade Strawberry Drip looks like. Again, I'm going to go in with a brush. I have the Real Techniques. It's a contour brush, but I'm going to use it for blush. Just going to swirl this in. I'm not sure if you're supposed to really use, you know, brushes or whatever. I'm using both. It is pretty bright, but I'm just gonna stipple it on and hope for the best. Might have went a little too overboard on that, but now I'm gonna take my sponge and blend that out. I'm actually loving the way this is looking. My nose is looking a little rough with the foundation, but I can deal with it. I like that. I think if I add any more, I'm going to look, you know, more clownish than intended today. But I'm going to move on to highlight now. Nothing new. I just really wanted to shine today. I'm using Anastasia Snowflake, and I'm just gonna use a Morphe N510. Usually I use my Anastasia one, but it's dirty. May have went a little too hard with the highlight. And I'm just going to go back in with my sponge and just blend over that. Helps to tone it down a bit and blend it in a bit more. Actually really liking how my skin is looking. Foundation wise, could be better. Overall, right now, I really like it. I am going to spray it down with some Morphe setting spray. Nothing new. This is just their like holiday can. I have a little bit left in here. I generally like to set my face after my base makeup is done and then move on to the rest. The eyes. So I'm going to zoom back in so I can finish up the eyes. So jumping back in, I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to mix it in with this shade and put that on my lower lash line, which I think I'm just going to speed through and do that because it's nothing extraordinary. If I can find the right brush. I like how that looks. I like it a lot. I'm going to pop on an inner corner highlight, which isn't really going to be a highlight because I'm going to go into the green blue here, which is called Matcha. Probably not the best brush for this. This is just another Morphe brush. Most of my brushes are Morphe. Some of them are good, some of them are not. I'm going to pop this on the inner corner. I like doing a color on the inner corner. I think it's cute. I am now going to put on a waterline color, which I'll be using my Urban Decay Perversion, just to see if it's as good as I remember. Oh yeah, super creamy, just like I remember, and I got that everywhere. Oh no, I got it everywhere. Mistakes happen. It's all good. That one doesn't matter too much. The ones on the bottom I have to worry about. That's what I get for looking in a mirror that's too far away. And I'm going to try out this Urban Decay Ink Brow Weatherproof Brow Gel. I have no idea how to use this or how messy it's gonna be. It says it can last for up to 3 days. If you guys would like to see a separate video of me testing that, I would be happy to, you know, do a 3-day wear test. But I got the shade Taupe Trap. This is the applicator, and I have no idea exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to spoolie my brows up though, and I'm going to hope for the best. So I'm going to, I don't know, make strokes. And it seems like there's not any product on the tip. And that is one brow on versus one not on. So far, I think I like it. It's not as quick as a brow pencil, but it's filling in the brow pretty nicely. I'm going to assume it's sort of like using a more liquidy pomade. And so far I think that is good. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with the Frothy shade in here. I mean, it's called Frothy. And I'm taking a I'm taking a Morphe X Chaplain Hill JH41 brush just to pick up a little bit of that. It's a very more yellow toned, but I'm going to just pop that there. Not looking for a super bright brow bone highlight, which is what I typically go for. I just want to kind of clean it up. Alright, so that is the brows and eyes. I'm going to pop on some mascara and false lashes, and I will be right back to do the lips and finish up whatever I need to finish up. Alright, so lashes are on. For mascara, I used the Fenty Full Frontal Mascara on my top and bottom, and then for, like I said, lashes, I used the Anastasia Dreamy Lashes, which went on pretty easy. Face kind of itches. I hope that's not a sign that the foundation is gonna mess with my face skin thing. But I'm going to put on lipstick now, and that will finish off the look. Zoom out just a little bit because you don't need to be too close to my mouth for that. I'm going to try, this is the Kaja Baby Girl lipstick. Is this gonna go with this look? I do not know, but it's cute. It's a heart. So, looks like that. It smells like candy. That's a pretty color. The heart makes it easy to get your Cupid's bow. But as for the rest of your lips, a little difficult. I'm gonna have to clean up around my lip line. It's a very creamy formula. It went on very smooth. It's a gorgeous color. I really like it. I don't know if it goes well with this eye look, but I'm gonna deal with it. But yeah, it's pretty. It feels comfortable. It actually doesn't really feel like there's anything on my lips, which is nice. Alright, so I think this is as good as it's going to get, so I will do a close-up and talk about my makeup. Eyeshadow, I actually quite like this look that I came out with. Is it revolutionary? By all means, no, but it is really nice. The palette blended well. I really like this yellow shade. It pairs well, especially with that strawberry milk shade. So good. This green, I want to play with it some more. The shimmers, not as creamy, super glittery, but pretty nonetheless. They glisten very well in the lights that I have. Brows they look good. I think they look good. I definitely need to play with this more. And for lips, it's a pretty color. A little hard to work with. As for the face products, I'm going to start with the foundation. It looks okay on my skin. I definitely need to play with it a few more times to get a full thought on it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm not sure how long it wears for because I can't even remember when I wore it last, but I will hopefully be able to update in the description how well it lasts today. I'm not sure how long I can wear it for, but yeah, it's going on 5 o'clock when I'm filming this. So it's been on right now for about an hour. It looks okay. The concealer, okay, definitely not a first impressions, but it's okay. For the things that are first impression, as in the Fenty products, the bronzer, it blended out very well. It went on very scary, but I think this blended out well. I need to try it a few more times. I want to try it with just like a natural look where I just do my concealer and like light mascara and stuff. It did go pretty gray on me, but I'm not mad at it. As for the blush, I really like it. It's not too prominent, which is, you know, a change for me, but I think it'd be very easy to build this up and get it super bright. But yeah, super excited about these. I'm very impressed with them for my first impression. I will try them out more, and if they become a staple for me, I will include them in my next favorites video. Of course, I love the Urban Decay eyeliner, and I think that was pretty much it of what I tried. So yeah, I think that covers pretty much everything that I tried. Most of it is good. Some of it I need to try a couple more times, but overall, very impressed with it. Hopefully this video isn't too much of a all over the place. I was trying to do TikToks at the same time, and I kind of gave up halfway through because I need to learn. I can't do a YouTube video and TikToks at the same time. I think that covers about pretty much everything. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And you can leave video suggestions down below. Anything I used today or mentioned will be listed in the description along with my social media links. But I'm artistryxashh pretty much everywhere except for Snapchat, but I don't use Snapchat, so you don't really have to worry about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. Walking along my path for too long.